Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 279 of the Real Source Podcast. My name is Todd. Join me today. Good
break week, no chapter, golden week, got us again. Golden week gets us every week, alright?
Every week is golden week.
Every week's golden week, as we always say.
Camera in somewhat of a check.
Camera's not lagging, so that's
I think
something.
there's a little bit of a lag, but it's not too bad.
Don't say that. Don't say there's a little bit of lag, because people notice it.
It is what it is. Today, Choujin X, Christian, on request from Senator99. Ishida's classic.
Are we going to say Ishida's classic already? Because he does have Tokyo Ghoul, Eric. And I have read Tokyo Ghoul.
Tokyo Ghoul.
I've read Tokyo Ghoul. I haven't read the sequel series.
Maybe we should start with your thoughts on Tokyo Ghoul a bit later. But what's going on in the world of One Piece, Christian?
One Piece anime only. Only news there. Make and Zoro struggle as they should. For all the people who said Zoro low depth king.
L.
Big L take.
It's also, and you should read the mag. Reread, as Oda would say.
As Oda would say, reread.
Rumors abound, Christian.
Rumors.
New Jump Ultimate game.
You know,
headed by the Naruto Ultimate Storm Ninja Team.
Aren't they making a remake or some shit right now?
Some side bullshit. It's not really a remake. It's a collection of bullshit. Low effort shit. Hyped or thoughts? Thoughts on this shit?
Look, alright? Ninja Storm games, at least they're quality games. You know? Quality games.
The combos.
Those cutscenes are crazy. Those QTEs are crazy. You know, that Luffy Goku combo attack gonna go crazy.
Those combo strings are cool.
All I'm saying is, Nika better be in it.
Yeah, we need to get Nika in these games.
Alright, give us a Nika. Give us Ryo. Well, who is gonna represent the One Piece crew, Eric?
Luffy. Zoro. Sanji.
Okay. Do we get any villains?
You need a female in there.
Need a villain.
It's a One Piece roster. Okay? Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Boa.
You need a villain?
Shanks.
You need a villain, Eric.
Kaido.
They're always gonna put a villain in there.
Kaido.
That's
it.
Okay.
He's the villain at the moment.
Now, consider Boa has been replaced by Yamato. The popularity polls.
I'll take it. I'll take Yamato.
Alright, popularity polls. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, we can't have the whole crew and then all the Yonko and all the animals.
It's a team up game.
It's a team up game. Maybe later in the DLC.
Alright, we're thinking maybe 3 to 4 characters.
You know, you're not gonna have. You could have Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, Itachi.
Oh, you're not gonna have Sakura.
You need a female from each cast.
They need that.
They will do though.
Are they gonna have Boruto in there?
No.
I think they will. Because they make the games, they can just chuck it in, you know what I mean? They're like free real
estate. He's kind of there.
Yeah, they just chuck him in. Half the Naruto roster, because, you know, they can just chuck it in.
Just rumored at the moment, we hope it comes true. Hopefully it's okay. I would like to do some combo attacks.
Will Toriko make it?
Will they build in the meme characters? Will we have Yamayugi? Will we have Seto Kaiba doing some meme shit?
Will we have Toriko?
Will we have Bobo?
Classic character.
I don't think Toriko is going to make it this time, Christian.
I want to see Ultimate Toriko in this game.
I don't want to see Black Clover.
You will.
Alright, I don't want to see
You will see Bakugo in this game.
Of course, My Hero must be in it.
Of course, you'll get Deku and you get Bakugo.
What's going on in Shonen Jump these days?
My Hero.
We need Goku, we need Vegeta.
You gotta get JJK characters, Eric.
Fuck!
Jujutsu Kaisen.
2 Kakashis in one game.
Will you get a Choujin X character, Eric?
You're not gonna get Togashi. I mean, you're not gonna get fucking.
What?
You're not gonna get Kakashi, but you will get Gojo, so it's the same thing.
Okay, alright. There you go.
There it is, and there it is. We'll see if it happens. Also, what was I gonna say?
News.
Rumors that the One Piece live action goes showing poorly.
Yeah,
we don't know if these things are really true at all.
But rumors is that it's garbage. I mean, you know, it's not unexpected.
I said on Twitter, if they got the sandals right, maybe they wouldn't have this issue.
Eric, did they listen to us?
No.
Did they alter the tone so it would work in live action, work in English? No, they didn't.
Apparently they did. Apparently the rumor goes, Christian, listen to this.
Okay.
That half of the first episode is Luffy and Shanks.
Go, peak.
And then it ends with introducing all the Straw Hats. with the short flashback for each.
What?
Yeah.
We're gonna do the short flashbacks in half an episode.
15 minutes apparently.
15 minutes.
That's the rumor.
For 4 flashbacks.
I don't know.
15 minutes.
Apparently the tonal shifts are not working. People are confused. As predicted.
As predicted, you know, when you translate anime to live action, Western settings, you gotta tone it down like 90%.
The only thing I've seen do this well is Yakuza.
But that's Japanese. That's a video game.
Sure, but it's still live action in some way.
Not really.
It's not a cartoon.
I know. It's really quote unquote realistic, but it's not grown Japanese men throwing each other. It'd be like a Yakuza game would be like Kung Fu Hustle, that kind of tone, right?
No.
It wouldn't work.
But anyway, hard to pull off, Christian. We'll see what happens when it comes out. Also, Christian, the greatest trailer of all time dropped.
Tears of the Kingdom
this week. Peakness, Goatness.
Okay. Get ready.
DLC merchants in the mud. Don't exist.
Eric,
Christian,
see?
I've heard Twitter accounts been deleted, Christian.
Twitter accounts been deleted.
That's how in the mud.
From the fraudulence.
Right.
Eric, did we see classic dungeons? No.
We didn't.
Did we see dungeon-like areas?
Yes.
Which will be the dungeons, and people won't realize this, and they'll say there's no dungeons. Just like they did in Breath of the Wild. See, the quest leading up to the Divine Beast is in fact the dungeon.
Some dungeon-like elements, sure.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna, whatever. You might get power-ups from them. This theory's going around with the tears.
You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say something controversial, Eric. Every Divine Beast is better than every dungeon in Majora's Mask.
I don't think that's a hot take.
That's a hot take. Apparently that's a hot take.
People never talk about the dungeons in Majora's Mask. They always talk about the tone, Christian.
Garbage dungeons.
Trash, apparently.
Alright, enough about that.
Should we get to Choujin? We're really stalling for time here, Christian.
You know, it's a break week. Only the true fans will listen to this one.
Right.
Especially that it's Choujin X, a very niche show.
There's a fan base out there.
There's a fan base.
And not a lot of content on YouTube. Who knows? We're a One Piece channel, but we cover other stuff sometimes. What's fucking Breezy Bird saying?
Oh, you can't read that. Are you saying you can't read that? See, how blind are you?
He says, "What's up?" But doesn't it? What's poppin'?
What's up, bros?
What's up, bros?
You can't read that.
I can't read that.
Well, you wear glasses. You're gonna be a blind man.
A blind master. Anyway.
Alright. Time for Sheeta.
Sheeta is here. Christian's read Tokyo Ghoul.
I've read Tokyo Ghoul. Maybe we'll get into that at the end.
Okay. Maybe we'll get into it. Maybe we can talk about a little bit of author's tone, Christian. Maybe you can loop me in on it.
Okay.
His style, because there's questions.
Eric, please open the document.
I will. There it is.
Alright, we're here. We're in the Sheeta zone.
Just a warning. These comments are snarky.
There's some snark in there.
A little bit of memeage.
A little bit of memeage.
But we'll talk about it.
Okay. Choujin X. Sheeta's second mainstream manga, I guess. You got Tokyo Ghoul and you got this.
What are your thoughts on it so far? Are you intrigued? Do you care?
There's no hook here to get me excited.
Right.
There's no great hook in the first chapter. You know, it's very standard, it's very by the numbers. But that's not a bad thing, We're not saying that's a bad thing.
Okay.
We're saying there's no crazy hook. There's no
new flavor going on here.
There's no new flavor. I guess it's... Yeah, but this kind of stuff, this kind of superhero serum, kind of superhero, I have no powers, but I want powers story. We saw it in My Hero recently. We've seen it in shows like The Boys. Right? We've seen this trope over and over and over again. Now, Eric, well, the thing is, if you want to go for something tropey like superheroes, right? You gotta have some kind of twist or some kind of differentiating factor. Alright? And I'm not seeing that in chapter 1. I've seen some panels later on with some crazy fucking crazy shit going on, you know. But I'm not seeing that in chapter 1. That's all I'm gonna say. Alright? What are your thoughts?
This is vanilla ice cream, Christian.
I mean, it's good. You know, it gets the job done.
I'll eat it.
You
bro.
can eat it.
It's not. It's,
I'm looking for a banana split, Eric.
I'm looking for something crazy.
Alright, you got the banana.
I want the salted caramel with the toffee pieces.
Sure. Alright.
In the waffle cone, Christian.
Okay.
Christian's more of a cup man.
Oh, I'm not interested in the cone is too messy, Eric. It's
Right.
not, the juice is not worth the squeeze with the
Christian's
cone.
tongue skills are poor. He doesn't know what he's doing.
No, the juice is not worth the squeeze on the cone.
I need the cone, Christian. I
Why?
like
You need the crunch. Okay.
Right.
Eric, we're getting into a Sheeta-esque metaphor
Right.
right now.
I don't know if we are getting into a metaphor.
A
but
Sheeta-esque metaphor
Christian's
about
got a lot to say about
waffle
Cheetos, man.
cones and
Right.
ice cream and the flavor.
Shall we force this metaphor into something?
I mean, we're talking about
Shall we
Sheeta,
talk
so
about
it doesn't
Cheetos?
really.
We might.
So it doesn't really connect, but it does. You know.
In a roundabout way, the people can figure it out.
Okay. First page. What is the first thing say, Eric? First note I wrote. First page. An underage naked boy looking at a bird creature. I'm already annoyed.
Some kind of bird god.
I'm already annoyed, Eric.
Right. In darkness, Christian.
You know why?
Sexual tones.
You know, not sexual tones.
What? Edge tones.
Pretentious.
Right.
This is a pretentious panel. This is Sheeta saying, I'm about to draw art.
That is true.
I'm about to draw a peak. I'm about to draw art. Now,
He draws nothing. He doesn't draw art. Here.
the pretentiousness is already at a reasonable level of about 7. This is about a 7 pretentiousness in this guy.
What about the general cover style of Choujin X?
Well, you know, it's fine.
Okay.
Alright. This first cover page, I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, what am I about to see? I see this panel and I think, we're about to see an attempt at cinema. But I don't get it.
Something fresh.
I don't get
some kind of commentary.
some commentary, something crazy here.
You just get like generic shonen here.
It's just a shonen.
Right.
Except for maybe a bit too violent, but not really.
No, it isn't. Not for a shonen.
Not for a shonen. But like, it's definitely a darker
A little
tone.
bit of blood.
It's definitely a darker tone than My Hero. You know, heads exploding and
I mean,
shit.
sure, the first chapter.
Yeah.
There's some themes going on in My Hero.
Alright.
Again, what's a seinen, what's a shonen?
Apparently this is a
Soft seinen.
hard seinen. A hard shonen. Eric.
Right, a hard seinen.
Tokyo
Right.
Ghoul is a soft seinen.
According to Seneto.
According to Seneto 99 Wrench.
Memes.
Alright. Commission's open.
Okay.
Okay. But there you go. We start off with a girl on a plane, Eric. Traveling with tomatoes. Off to a
Trying to win some kind of prize, cash money.
cash money, a fair, a produce fair.
Right.
To drum up business for her grandfather's farm.
You
Okay.
should clearly setting up some kind of situation where you
Is
feel
this girl
comfortable.
going to be a character? Or is she just a cold open death?
She's in the first chapter, isn't she?
I mean, your head
At the
blows
end?
off.
Spoilers made for the second chapter.
Oh, well, you know. Did Eric actually read the first chapter
I read the
again?
first 10 chapters.
Originally.
A long time ago.
Okay. So Eric might get a
When
little
there was
confused.
like 20 chapters going on.
Alright. So apparently Eric said yes, she does come back.
With the fire powers.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Some kind of situation. We'll get into the Trojan mechanics. Confusing for the first chapter.
Alright. She's talking to an old lady
Right.
about this fair. A mysterious man.
Setting up some kind of calm, normal situation going on here. Oh, they're on a plane. Nothing's going to happen.
Nothing's going on.
Right.
Lawyer guard. Some guy wakes up with his alarm. He's quirky. He's weird. You know. He tries to get past the grandma. Grandma's too slow.
Oh, hurry up.
Girl grabs the hand.
Right.
And then the guy goes, oh fuck, and he blows up the plane with his finger smoke. Turns into a flamethrower.
People's heads
burn off.
Girl's eye burns off.
Hands are burnt.
Plane
Plane's on fire.
Plane explodes.
Doesn't explode, it's on fire.
Falls off out of the sky.
Yeah. Meanwhile, a young Japanese boy
In class.
looking at the sky, watching a plane go down.
Big titty teacher.
Big titty teacher.
Massive titty teacher.
throws a eraser at him, saying, "Stop."
Anime.
No, Eric. Of course. Give me the pen. Where's the pen? Of course. We got comedy. You know, we got
Japanimation.
Japanimation.
Right.
You know.
Oh. Now, do Japanese teachers actually do this or what?
Now, Eric, I'm not a big fan of any series that does the classic Japanese humor of screaming at the camera.
Oh, that's crazy.
I don't really understand that comedy. I don't get it. Maybe it's cultural. Don't get it
Okay.
with the screaming.
Let us know if you laughed
At the teacher joke.
At the classic boy getting rubber thrown at his head because he's not paying attention in class. In every anime.
Eric, we cut away from this scene.
Now, Christian, he should have drawing art here. Is this a commentary on anime and the generic anime situation going on here?
It might be.
Is this a commentary on school animes?
And life. Is it a commentary on the education system itself?
Or in Japan, who knows?
Alright.
The boy looking at the window, concerned about society.
And what does he see, Eric? He
Right.
sees a plane on fire.
Right.
That's his future, Eric. His future...
Falling out of the
Falling
sky.
out of
What
the
does
sky.
that represent?
Chaos.
Perhaps
Dread.
Perhaps the vulture flying out of the sky, Christian.
Of course.
His life tumbling,
Of
smoking.
course, this is Sheeta, this is art.
Right.
Alright. So, every panel must be analysed.
Right.
Alright. As dictated by the cover page.
Sure.
Alright. So, we're outside. We're in the quad area.
Right.
We're hanging out. Tokyo feeding the birds. You know, school sucks. I'm bored.
High school sucks.
High school sucks. I don't
Right.
want to go to school. You know, you're the classic. Classic area.
Some bullshit going on the alley.
That's right. We're on the way home.
Right.
Some girls getting pressured by some goons, some thugs. Tokyo calls up a mysterious man on his phone to come help him out. This man jumps down.
Kung Fu Man.
Azuma, Eric.
Right.
He breaks the gang leader's arms.
With a
Tokyo's
swift
kind of
kick.
like, hey, he went too far here.
Right.
But he saves the day. The girl loves him. And is this where we want to talk about why does Sheeta insist on drawing twinks? What's going on? Sheeta, what's going on?
Now, Christian, this is a sheet, alright? So we must analyze it with an artistic lens. Perhaps there's a commentary on a narrative twist on the normal hero, Christian, the buff man,
the muscular man.
He should have
He
turned it on his head.
He draws soft boys.
Right, he draws soft boys, weak boys, Christian. But I know the softest and the weakest is the strongest.
They're very emotional boys.
Right.
Alright. Very emotional.
Now, Christian,
Kinda soft.
What do you think Ishida is trying to say with this obvious generic scene of a random girl being harassed by goons for no reason?
Classic scene. Hey, even I did this scene. It's a classic scene.
There you go.
It's a classic scene.
What do you think about back-to-back generic things of rubber thrown at boy into the girl being pressured by goon thug?
It's a classic scene, Eric.
Okay.
See, Eric, like I said at the start.
Why are these goons harassing this woman? Are there sinister intent? Or is it just for money?
It seems like dumb, sinister intent. Like they want a smooch.
Yeah, like they're goons.
Yeah. But Eric, here's the thing. As we said at the start.
Tell me the thing. What?
As we said at the start. This is vanilla ice cream.
No.
It's not bad vanilla ice cream, but it's vanilla ice cream.
Nonetheless. Right.
So, you know, it gets the job done.
Okay.
Classic scene. We're using all the tropes here, Eric. This is basically Spider-Man's origin story.
This is very much reminding me of Tokyo Ghoul with the obvious girl that's going to be a ghoul.
Yeah, but at least that's kind of a twist in the first chapter of Tokyo Ghoul. You know, he dies, blah, blah, blah.
Sure,
you know.
I guess.
But this is very by the numbers, Eric. It's very by the numbers.
Right.
And now, is this a commentary on the superhero genre?
We have to ask all these questions.
Because this is Sheeta.
Right, because this is a Sheeta question. He drew art on the first page, showing his intent.
Where's the art?
Right.
We're looking for the art.
We're looking for the deeper meaning.
Sure.
The intensity.
I think this is a commentary on the show.
Now, Christian, if we keep on doing this, we'll never get through this episode.
Alright. So Azuma's here.
Right.
He's another twink boy.
Right.
See, like, the twink boys don't get me excited because you know why? They don't look intimidating at all.
Correct.
They look why? Why are we doing? Now Luffy does look intimidating in One Piece,
Right?
But sometimes he does, and that's why it's raw. Most of the time, he's kind of goofy, kind of a clown.
Okay.
But when he gets raw, he gets raw. Now I don't see any moment with these two children
Maybe
go
Ishida
raw.
is actually just trying to do a power fantasy for the goon.
For the soft boys who read the
Soft
series.
boys in the series like Senato.
Sure.
Oh, I'm soft like him. Maybe I can
But I'm also strong.
Right.
Alright. Now, I'm a little confused here.
What?
Because I thought Azuma is a Choujin in this first scene.
He breaks a man's leg with his kick.
Now, is he just good at Kung Fu?
Right.
Or is he a Choujin at this point? I'm not really sure. I'm kind of confused by that.
Maybe it'll be uncovered later.
I'm sure it gets answered later, but he does take that serum. So I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I'm a little confused by that. Maybe Senato could clarify.
Maybe the serum buffs you.
Yeah, maybe there's buffs. I don't know. But a little confused there.
Right.
But Eric, we're on the way home. We're having a little chat with Azuma here. He went a little too far, Eric. Tokyo is not...
He's not a violent man.
He's not a violent man, but he says, what? You went a little too far here.
Right.
Alright, now Senato has clarified he's just good at Kung Fu.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. Eric. Now, of course...
Jumps off the building.
Now we have a very forced metaphor.
Okay.
About little roly-poly bugs, about how they like damn spaces, and it's a metaphor for society about do we actually enjoy who we are, or do we just do the things we do because we are that thing?
Right.
Now, Eric, it's a very forced metaphor.
Kind of out of nowhere.
A little bit out of nowhere. Maybe it's trying to tell us that Azuma's not really happy with his life.
Right.
Maybe that's what he's going for there.
Right.
But it's 2 pages of an extremely forced metaphor.
Yeah,
There
it continues.
Of course, Shida known for his bug metaphors.
Right.
If you read Tokyo Ghoul, of course, the centipede. How could we forget?
Okay.
The centipede.
I'm sure the centipede.
The centipede gnawing at my brain.
Right.
Very edgy, very, very.
Is it deep?
It's a for. It's a for. No,
is it art, Christian? Is it deep? Okay.
But Shida known for his bug metaphors.
Okay.
All right, another bug metaphor here. All right, now Eric, is Shida just trying to be Araki, but he can't do it?
That's a good question.
Because Araki known for his
metaphors
and animal facts,
right,
and science facts. Well, Araki known for this. All right, but of course, why is there not a more efficient way to do this metaphor? Because it's very convoluted, it's very long, it's very forced.
It's always difficult when you write metaphors and you're trying to write an actual message delivered through characters.
But Eric, as a metaphor is interesting as you say one sentence and it's a metaphor for someone's life. You don't spend 2 kind of pages explaining.
You kind of want to deliver it as like a proverb.
Yeah, a proverb, kind of something interesting to think about. You don't spend 2 pages explaining what a bug is and what it does, and then relating it to you. It's a very forced, it's a very forced metaphor.
Okay.
But we'll get to forced metaphors later. Another one this chapter.
Sure.
But it's a problem with Sheet. It's a problem with Sheet.
We understand what he's going for, and it's very obvious what he's saying. Maybe it gets lost in translation a little bit.
Maybe.
Sure.
Maybe there's some Japanese folktale about, or some proverb about the bug.
Right.
I don't know, but it's kind of weird delivery in a conversation like before.
Okay.
There you go. So we get this little metaphor about life, about society, Eric.
Sure.
Society, capital S society, Eric. The Royal Society.
We live in a society.
That's right. All right. So we get to learn about the plane crash. A known terrorist, Eric, is a suspect. We're gonna go check it out, but we're gonna check it out tomorrow.
That the Choujin get away with everything, Christian.
Eric, I assume we're gonna get the legislation and reality of the Troujins.
Right.
Eventually in this series.
I'm sure there's some various organizations.
I'm sure we'll get the fucking classic Avengers plot line where there's some Civil War bullshit.
And then there's some deep state that's actually Nazis.
Yeah, you know, we'll get the classic Marvel storyline here.
Okay.
At some point during this series. You know, regulation, not regulation. Yeah, you know, My Heroes did it. This classic fucking plot line. But, you know, again, commentary on the superhero genre.
Okay.
But, yeah. So we're on the way home. Azuma is a town hero, Eric, but he's not Choujin, apparently. So that's why I got confused, because it's not really clear.
Right.
If he's like, you know, but Senator just claims he's going to come through, so there you go. Alright. We go. All the goons run away, and more comedy, Eric. We're in the goons' hideout.
Right.
Comedy.
I can't shop online.
He's screaming at the camera.
My legs are broken. My arms are broken, rather.
I can't shop online, get my goods. Again, comedy happens. Is it funny? Not to me.
Is it amusing?
I don't know. Like, just say in the comments if you find that Japanese style of humor funny. Because I've never found it funny.
It's like verbal slapstick.
Yeah.
Just do slapstick.
You know, at least make him in the toilet. He can't wipe his ass. Now that's funny.
Relatable, even.
Yeah. Now that might be funny.
What would I do in that situation?
Sure. All right. Now, Eric, they show the Chekhov's gun here.
Right.
The needle. The syringe.
Needle, right. Oh, what is it?
Oh, we should use this to get our revenge. How'd they get this? We don't know. We assume we'll find out.
Underworld thuggery.
Sure. A lot of underworld thuggery going on. Right. Tokyo arrives home. Right.
No, I was gonna continue the bit and be like, "Oh, is this a commentary on consumerism that his hands are broken?" But we're gonna continue.
We can't
dissect every page.
All right, we're not writing a university-esque essay on the masterpiece of Sheeta's work or some cringe anime.
Now, if we were in art history and we were required to do it, of course we could.
Again, you can make meaning out of anything,
right?
But there you go. All right.
Sen doesn't find it funny, but
also it kind of like fucked with the tone. Like, why are we doing like scream humor in this like kind of serious, violent first chapter?
Right.
Like, what's he supposed to be shonen? Because there's no reason why this isn't shonen. Now, it says on the website that apparently the category is horror thriller. What? This is like an action comedy.
Right.
In the first chapter. I'm very confused by the genre. I don't know what the genre is.
Maybe the bird on the front changes everything.
Okay, of course. Alright, the bird on the front. But Eric, Tokyo, we get a little flashback here when Tokyo goes home first and he's like, "Oh, Azuma's amazing. He's like the greatest guy ever.
Oh, I love him.
He's my best friend."
Right.
You know, his sister's like, maybe you should get a room. Maybe there's a little gay joke there. I don't know. You know, but
very, very admirable.
The sister looks after Tokyo, pays for his tuition, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
All right. Now we get a little flashback, Eric, and we get our second force metaphor. All right. Of course, we're in the schoolyard. We're being told, "Hey, draw an animal that suits you." The bullies draw, Azuma as a lion, powerful, strong creature. They draw Tokyo as a vulture / buzzard because he's
a bum.
He's a bum. He's just hanging around.
He leeches off things.
He leeches off Azuma.
Right.
Tokyo's upset by this, but Azuma calms him down and says,
Azuma the goat.
But Azuma says, did you know that a vulture can fly the highest? Force metaphor.
Right.
Sheeta, we all know you just wanted to draw a cool vulture man.
Right.
You didn't have to give us the force metaphor to make it art.
How do you feel about the hype man being a twink man?
It doesn't work.
With a bowl cut and glasses.
No. Doesn't work. Please. You gotta make your hype man character design has to be hype. It's the same thing in Tokyo Ghoul, Eric. The hype man that folds Kaneki at near the end point of the season 1,
what?
Not hype at all. Just normal Japanese guy with glasses. Give us the hype man. You want to draw a hype man.
We need some kind of beard.
I mean, he's a kid, so he's making big, but at least then you would have a dichotomy, Eric.
Right.
You would have the big, strong guy and the weak, kind of small guy.
Right.
And then we could, you get some visual representation there. But no, you got two twinks. Alright? Twinking it out on the town.
Sure.
Alright? So, Azuma's the coolest guy ever. He's Tokyo's best friend. False metaphors.
Okay.
Sheeta, stop. We all know you just wanted to draw a cool Birdman. You didn't have to draw the vulture. The vulture metaphor.
Okay.
Right? Eric.
Well, what's Senator saying?
Senator's saying something, but I can't read it because... No, I can read it. Azuma, not the hype man. Okay, he's the hype man first chapter.
Right.
Hype man / best friend, Eric. Now, Eric, why doesn't Sheeta do the classic trio? Where is the waifu?
Where's the love triangle? Where's the big titty waifu? Nowhere to be seen. Minus points.
Eric, give them minus points. Now, Tokyo Ghoul's kind of the same, but not really. No, Tokyo Ghoul has a waifu. I'll give you the... Tokyo Ghoul's got a waifu. Where's the waifu? We've got a school setting. No waifu.
Sad.
Yeah. Maybe the sister's right, Eric.
Cringe.
Maybe the sister's right. And Tokyo should
Then
follow
let
his
us
true
know if a
feelings.
waifu turns up.
Because Eric's gonna dock points for the no waifu tax. Alright?
I'm sorry.
Now, Eric. After the flashback, it's the next day. We're at the plane crash. We're snooping around the plane crash trying to find some clues and some information on who did it. Alright? But Eric, it goes to night time. And the goons are back. But this time.
Why?
For revenge. Alright?
How'd they know they were there?
Don't worry about it. Alright?
Why did they even go to the plane crash?
Eric, they want revenge.
Okay.
That's all you need to know. Alright? The leader breaks his casts and he folds.
I'm healed.
And he folds Azuma.
Right.
With stretchy Luffy powers. But it's a lame Fantastic Four kind.
Ishida just trying to do tentacles again with his man.
I know, he is a tentacle merchant, Eric.
Right. What's Sen trying to say?
Yes, there's a waifu with thick 2C thighs and big ass
Biddies?
biddies will appear. He confirms it.
Good.
Not in chapter 1, Eric.
Ishida learning his lesson.
Okay. Now, Eric. A fight breaks out. Azuma gets folded by this guy with stretchy powers.
With tentacles, basically.
She loves the tentacles.
Whip abilities.
He loves the whip abilities.
Right.
Now, Eric, I know what... Fight scenes.
And Ishida.
And Sheeta.
Problem.
I don't know why he insists.
I didn't mind the kicks at the start. They were okay.
Sure. I don't know why he insists on the extreme line work with the white inners. It's kind of too much when it's on human bodies. When you're doing beams, when you're doing whip attacks or something, okay.
Right.
But I feel like artists these days do this all the time.
What's smear
Draw
like effects?
the fucking kick and find ways to add impact.
Right.
Don't
Smear
obscure the action just for impact. Draw the action and find other ways of having the impact.
The Bible in action up here. Right there.
Is that Dragon Ball?
Yes.
You don't obscure the movement.
Toriyama's still the GOAT. Somehow does like 4 points of action in one panel.
You know why? Because you can see both bodies
Right.
in the panel.
The flow.
You can see the full body structure of these characters. They're not obscured by lines or whip-like effects.
Much like a Jackie Chan film or a Bruce Lee combination, Christian. No cuts.
No cuts. No shortcuts. Find other
Full
ways of
body,
impact.
Kung Fu action.
That's my number one complaint about authors these days, or writers, drawers these days, artists. Stop with the shortcuts.
The smears, the blurs.
The smears, the blurs. Draw the full action.
Now, effect watch, Christian. Good.
Good effects.
Right.
You give a shit at good effects.
Good effects.
Better than My Hero.
Of course.
Well, My Hero, not good effects. Eric liking the shader effects.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
You know why, Christian? They produce some kind of light that projects onto the world.
Yeah. So, yeah, just a little commentary on the fight scenes, because
sometimes you get lost with. I heard this is a common thing with a shady. You get lost. You got to read it 7 times.
Yeah, but especially Tokyo Ghoul, because it's basically just fucking
whips
the whole time.
Right.
So like, it's getting confusing, and he does that white outline kind of thing you I was talking about. So Shida. Find other ways of impact.
I didn't think it was too bad here, to be fair.
No, it wasn't too bad. It's just a pet peeve of mine, Eric.
Okay.
It's a pet peeve of mine lately. I wanna see a return to form.
Clean.
Alright, let me see the actions. There you go. They get folded. Tokyo takes Azuma and runs into the river. Get across the other side. They see the syringes, Eric. But crazy goon man goes crazy on power / drug effects.
Where did these syringes come from?
We don't know.
The plane, assumably?
Underground goon shit? We don't know.
Okay.
But Eric, the goon, stretchy man, drunk with power.
Maybe the Choujin serum makes you go
crazy. The Choujin serum probably makes you go crazy. And he pops the 2 guys' heads with his neck. Right?
Right.
Now, Eric, they're very scared, they're very worried. They have to take the Choujin drug, otherwise they're going to die.
How do they know it's a Choujin drug?
He talks about it.
Right.
These needles gave me powers. I'm the GOAT. Classic villain shit.
Just saying stuff.
Yeah. They take it. They both take the drug. They both inject themselves. They're best friends. They'll do it. They'll fight for each other.
They might do other stuff later in the bedroom.
Maybe.
Right.
But Eric, then Tokyo comes out and punches this man in the face. And we get a Nika-like panel, Eric. With the moon and the stretchiness and the,
Sure.
Shit out of Nika. Reminded me of Nika, Eric.
Okay.
And then we see the reveal. Tokyo is some sort of bird mummy creature.
Sure. I don't know where the bandages came from. Does the Choujin serum give you bandage powers?
Of course, it's superpowers. We're not going to go too deep into it.
It's a costume as well.
It's a costume. It's a bird mask / actual bird skull.
Yeah, sorta.
So, we're here with Tokyo. He's got bird powers. He's
Vulture
super
powers.
strong. Super strong. That's all we get so far. And he punches the man in the face and he wins. And that's it. And that's the chapter.
How do we feel about it?
It is, as we said at the start, it's classic, easy storytelling. It's nothing crazy.
Nothing offensive?
Nothing offensive here. It's, standard shonen / superhero shit. This is like the standard superhero story. Weak boy wants to be strong.
Gets into trouble.
Has to take a risk. Gets rewarded for the risk. Becomes a superhero. Beats the bad guy.
And now we're going to go on a journey to figure out who I am. And I'm also 16, so it's probably some kind of puberty metaphor going on as well.
Yeah.
He's going to discover...
Of course, cinema.
He's going to discover himself, Christian, and the powers at the same time. And maybe his sexuality he doesn't know. Maybe with the boy, he's trying to figure it out.
I don't know if that's involved in this.
Hey,
I don't know. It could be.
There's this weird relationship going on that's way too much.
They're best friends, Eric. See, Eric, you don't understand Japanese friendship, Eric. Of course, as we know from One Piece.
Yeah, but what guy's like, oh, my best friend, he's so good.
Eric, you don't know, as we found out with One Piece, the meaning of Nakama cannot be translated, Eric. Japanese friendship is the only true friendship.
Friendship, bro.
That's right. It's the only true friendship, as we know, via...
You think about him all
as
day.
we know, Eric, as we know via the katakana.
Right. You think about your friend all day and the muscularity and how strong they are and how good they are.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we think? You give me a rating. Now, the best we've given is Promised Neverland. I believe that was a 10.
I gave JoJo Part 9, Chapter 1 a 10.
Okay.
Good peak.
We gave Hunter x Hunter a 5.
Now, Eric, what would have taken this to the next level is some kind of crazy fucking twist at the end.
We need spice here. There's no spice.
Like, imagine if the camera zoomed out and it turns out they're on a Halo from Halo.
Sure.
That's a crazy reveal. What? What does this reveal? You know, we need some kind of twist here.
Right.
If we had some sort of twist at the end, some sort of world reveal, something out of the ordinary, something shocking, this would have raised it up
now, Christian,
to an 8 or a 9.
There is no fake depth in this chapter, which I appreciate.
No fake depth. No,
it's
zero
all
fake
straight.
depth.
I like it.
It's played straight. It's played clean.
There's no like, the legendary Choujin.
No, there's no baboonery.
There's no stupid shit going
baboonery.
on.
There's no cheating.
Right.
It's, as we said, it is.
We start on ground zero and we build from there. I like it.
Alright, yeah.
Bonus points there. No
Right.
bullshit.
It's not trying to skip development.
It's not trying to promise shit.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna have to minus a point for that first page.
It's just pretentious. Pretentious.
Because he's not drawing a pretentious item, Christian.
No.
This isn't a groundbreaking revolutionary commentary right here.
Not in chapter. Maybe he does, but not chapter 1.
Right.
Alright. So it's standard. It's storytelling. You know. That's what I'd write in my review. Choujin X chapter 1. It's storytelling.
Paint by numbers.
It works.
Right.
So I'm gonna go 6 out of 10. It works.
I think 6 is fair.
There's nothing offensive here. Am I interested in
I
reading
think we
forward?
had My Hero 6, didn't we? Something like that.
Yeah.
It's about the same.
It's about the same. The comedy doesn't work. You got a minus points for that. If it had a truly good joke, maybe I might bump it up. But the comedy doesn't work. Like, I don't understand this style. Alright?
Senator coming in saying it's vanilla ice cream, first chapter.
But there's nothing wrong with vanilla. We agree.
Well, that's fine. It's
6
whatever.
out of 10.
But we said this at the front. We need the toffee pieces. We need the caramel.
We need the banana.
We need the chocolate waffle cone, maybe, or maybe it's a plain waffle cone. I don't know. Let us know if
Like
you
I
like
was
waffle
saying.
or the cup. See, Christian's all business.
Yeah.
He's got no time. He wants to consume the ice cream. He doesn't want to play no games.
Now, Eric, do I feel like it's better to be memorable than to be just average? So memorable could be good, it could be bad.
Right.
See, does this chapter compel me to read more? Like, take Sheeter's name out of it. You don't know who Sheeter is. You read this chapter, you go, okay, I've read this before. Am I really that interested? Not really.
Now I started to read a little bit more because the Senators.
Yeah, because of the pestering
Right.
and the law and the community around it. But if you were to just read this as is, well, what's pulling you forward? What do you want to see out of this? Are you interested in the plane plot? Are you interested in the friendship between Tokyo and Azuma? Like, what's pulling you to the next chapter? See, that's what I mean by you need some sort of twist ending.
Maybe you want to see what fucking the best friend got. What did he get? What power did he get? Maybe I'm interested.
Eric, what if we did this at the end of the chapter?
I inject, cut, no reveal.
What if at the end of the chapter we zoom out to a monitor, mysterious man looking through the monitor and saying, yes,
He took the Trojan drug.
finally he has arrived.
Right.
Or some crazy bullshit. And then you're interested. Who is this man? Was this planned? Is this some sort of grand conspiracy?
Or something easy, something simple.
You know, something like that.
Just have a cut on the fist.
Sure.
Punching the man in the face. Cut. Done. You're gonna find out next week.
Find out next
what powers
time.
he's got.
Find out next time.
What power did he
what he's
get?
got. We need a hook. We need a twist. We need a reveal.
Right.
To really raise this up a next level. But otherwise, it's 6 out of 10. It's solid. It's solid.
Fine.
It's solid.
6 out of 10.
Alright. There you go. Moving on. How strong is Shanks? How strong is Shanks, Eric? Every week, we come to you with the question of how strong is Shanks.
Right.
Every week we answer, Shanks is strong, Shanks is God King, Eric. Eric. Recent events. Garp. Kid folding. Hockey.
Man.
The skyrocket. The hockey man tax is skyrocketing.
Right.
People still putting Carter top 1. I don't know who these people are. There's obviously something wrong with them, but
Title merchants.
the title merchants are these also closet Mihawk suckers? Also, therefore, Zoro simps.
The whole math cascades down.
It's always people who protect the title
Comes down to
are
Zoro.
people who are really just Zoro fans. Because they're going to protect that Mihawk title.
Right.
They're going to protect that Zoro title at the end of the series.
Okay.
Alright? So, people out there think Kaido's strongest. There are even people out there who think Mihawk's the strongest. And, we've already kind of explained that. It is what it is there.
Can't do much about it.
Eric, also people out there who think Blackbeard's the strongest. I mean, these law results. Whenever they come in, we'll see.
Blackbeard's gonna win all of them.
Okay. The Garp one.
Gonna win all of them.
Okay. Well, maybe you might show something for us, Eric.
Okay.
And there are even copers out there that are putting Dragon top 1 after the Garp feats. Is this the ultimate cope?
It's an interesting little transfer, a little trick here.
Okay.
Somehow Garp being somewhat strong converts the dragon.
Okay. And they're wrong, they're all incorrect. I couldn't mention Armu, but Every week we bring 100% factual information to the table. This week's evidence is Shanks is so strong that if Tokyo even caught a glimpse of Shanks, he would instantly forget about the twink, Azuma, and it would follow a real man. The God King Shanks.
Yep.
As the charisma.
The ultimate hype man.
And this is canon.
What?
The charisma is next level charisma. People will follow him for no reason.
Correct.
Alright. So you just talk about the God King.
Talk about the show. Or Thunderdome. Which one?
Talk about the show.
What are we doing?
Eric, a certain individual.
Let the thing play.
Well, you asked me a question.
What are we doing?
A certain individual
A certain man.
had a stream.
Right.
And an interesting topic got brought up.
Okay.
We're talking basically about end of series and how it just devolves into slugfests. Every time. And people can't work out why. It's very simple.
What are we talking about here? We're talking about Shonen. We're talking about
Show anything.
Okay.
Marvel Cinematic Universe. What happens in
Slugfest.
Endgame? It's like fucking
Everyone's
fights.
here.
Everyone's here. Now, there's a very simple explanation for this. It's called Act 3.
Right.
Have you heard of this?
I have.
The climax.
Oh yeah.
The resolution. The end of a series. One Piece is in its third act. We're wrapping shit up. We're getting towards the climax.
We're cashing the checks.
We're cashing in the checks.
Right.
Now, Eric, what happens at this point in the story is, 1, characters are complete and have already gone through their character development. 1, because they're their complete selves and they are ready to achieve their goals as determined by Act 2. And 1. Act 1, you establish the goals. Act 2, you show the struggle. Act 3,
You complete
character development is
Right.
complete and they're ready to achieve their goals.
Yes.
Alright? So, character development is done. And we're ready just to achieve goals and beat the bad guys. Alright? That's what the third act is always about. It's about, we've done the character development, we give the characters rewards, we beat the bad guys, we should wrap up the plot. That's what we do in the third act. Everything, Eric. Naruto, big battle, no real character development, ending the plot, ending the series.
Okay.
And maybe some final resolutions. Same with Bleach. Everything's done. Let's end it. Let's have a big battle. Toriko, the same thing. Lord of the Rings, the same thing.
Ghost Army.
Ghost Army, big battle. No character development, just rawness.
Right.
Alright? Now some people might say they might be with Gimli and whatever, but the whole point is you get the final sacrifices, you get the final things.
The character should have their final realization in Act 3.
Yeah.
So
the character development's basically done, and then they've got to do their final thing.
they reach the final point.
The final point.
Right.
So the hard work is done, and now it's just all payoff.
Okay.
One Piece is in that phase. This is a long series. Therefore, the final part will be long. We've done the character development. I don't understand. See, I don't understand this complaint that the character Straw Hats are stagnant. They had their character development arcs. Do you want them to have another one? Like Sanji? In Whole Cake Island? We're just going to vent more trauma for Sanji?
Right.
You know what I mean? We're just going to vent more shit with Sanji? Like, people want Robin to have more trauma. We already dealt with that. We already had her character realization, and now she's a complete character.
It's a consequence of long-running series where you have the character growth, and then you go, do I fix another issue with this character? And then they eventually evolve into the perfect flawless character.
Or do they devolve?
Or do they devolve, some traumatic thing happens.
Annoying.
They break as a character.
Yeah.
And then they
build back up. Alright. Now, I don't understand.
We're trying to kind of deal with Robin in his lobby.
I mean,
she broke her, then she built it back up.
I mean, she wasn't really unestablished. She was a nothing character at that point. So I think it's fine.
I feel like you get one ticket with that.
Yeah.
You can do that once, maybe.
I feel like you develop the characters once.
If you develop a character, break him, develop him again, you cannot do it again. If you do it a third time...
It's the Berserk issue.
Yeah, if you...
It's the Berserk issue, just say it. It's the Berserk issue.
If you break, and then break, you get that second break, people get mad.
You gotta be very careful with sympathy.
A, you have to break in a different way, otherwise you go, what did he even learn the first time?
Yeah.
And B, you go, yeah, but like, can we move on? Can we move on? Can someone win?
Yeah. Like, I feel like we're repeating plot points and repeating messages and that kind of stuff. But sympathy is a dangerous tool. Because everyone has different tolerances for sympathy. At some point, sympathy turns into hatred.
What is the purpose of sympathy in a story?
So you can relate, so you can empathize with the character. Alright?
But the sympathy breeds empathy.
It does until it's too much and it breeds hatred.
And then it breeds contempt.
Yeah.
I feel like you do...
Dangerous tool.
I feel like sympathy is kind of an easy way to do it. You don't have to do sympathy to gain empathy.
But if you use sympathy too much, it becomes a crutch and it becomes... people just don't like characters.
I don't like doing this sympathy stuff with like main characters.
Yeah.
Maybe you should do it with side characters and the main character helps them gain a little bit more confidence and then become more characters. But sympathy, like, if you're gonna make your... I don't know how I feel about main characters having low wills at certain points.
Yeah.
Sure, you can have... he needs his friends to build him up.
But you can't spam it.
How many times? You can do it once, basically.
Yeah, Oda did it once.
Or you do it once. You break the character once. You break him more times, then you go, this guy's kind of a bitch.
Yeah, higher chance of annoyance.
Right.
Audience annoyance. So you can only really do character development once.
Yeah.
Or develop a new flaw, but the flaw has to be there from the start.
But if you keep on developing... This is the issue. You keep on developing flaws and the guy becomes a perfect character with no flavour.
And then you end the series.
Right.
In the third act.
If you want that no flavour.
You fix the characters, and then you fix it, and then it's done, and then you win.
Right.
So, I'm just basically saying...
Or you get to the Usopp point where Oda refuses to fix the cowardice. You get that weird, like... ferocious shit where everyone gets mad.
Yeah.
And then it goes for so long that...
But is the cowardice... was that really Usopp's issue?
Cowardice.
Or was it insecurity with his own self in Water 7?
Well, yeah.
He realizes he's part of the crew. He's not going to be abandoned.
But
that's really his character development.
That's kind of the argument we're trying to make, though. Like, people are annoyed at Usopp's cowardice.
Same with Sanji
and Oda's refusal to, fix it. Just like with Sanji, Oda's refusal to fix it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, if Oda fixed it with Sanji, he'd basically just become a generic kind of guy.
He becomes a cool guy.
Right. With no real flaws.
I mean, he'll still save women, but he wouldn't simp on women.
Right, he wouldn't simp, he wouldn't have any kind of things going on. He'd just kind of be like Zoro, but kind of. Maybe people want that. Like a cool guy.
Yeah, Mr. Prince, Eric. Everyone wants Mr. Prince back. But there you go.
Do people want flawless side characters but a flawed main character? Because the main character has the most scrutiny on top of him. As we discussed with power-ups, Zoro can just get random bullshit, no one cares.
No, I feel like the flavor comes from the side characters. The main character has to be relatable.
It has to be steady.
Has to be a steady, a static kind of character until certain moments. But the main character has to be relatable.
Right.
Because it's the perspective of the story. And if the main character is not relatable, it's some kind of, too sympathetic or too stoic or, you gotta balance the main character. But the flavor comes from the side characters. Because then you can start going, side characters don't get all the screen time, but then you can go, maybe someone might like this, maybe someone might like that. That's where you add the flavors.
Yeah.
Side characters.
Okay.
Main character, you can't go too much in the flavor. Because, you'll alienate a lot of people. Because, the people out there don't like OP MCs. They don't like sad boy MCs.
Shanks is starting to get people mad because apparently he's too strong and can't lose.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Right. Well, there you go. There's the topic of the show.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
A little bit of this, Moving on to Thunder Dome.
Thunder Dome, what do we get?
Maybe a controversial one. We might be here for a while, Eric. Yamato versus Rayleigh.
Does Rayleigh get some buffs because of God?
Perhaps. He does have Conqueror's Haki, Eric, which means he most definitely has Conqueror's Cody. No, Eric.
You know how we feel about Yamato, yeah.
That's true. How can we deny the stamina of Yamato? Fought Kaido, pummeled by Kaido, didn't have to sleep for 7 days like Luffy or Zoro.
Right.
Fine, still running around in Onigashima.
Mythical Zone.
Ice powers Thunder Bagua.
Does Rayleigh have the power of the Bagua? Does he have the power to shatter the ice shield?
The power. So you're saying, does Rayleigh have Thunder Bagua level power?
Think about that. We don't know that necessarily the threshold cushion on the Mirror Mountain. But is it just a one-hit shield? Does it have damage accumulation?
Now, Rayleigh's observation Haki mastery might be a problem for Yamato, but you did keep up with Kaido
with speed
and Emperor of the Sea. With Thunder Bagua's speed,
divine speed,
divine swiftness.
Right.
We don't know what it is really, but we assume it's a speed with attack.
Sure.
Now, Rayleigh, what's the odds of Rayleigh having future sight?
Very high.
Very high. It's kind of implied that he does/doesn't, whichever way you want to read that scene in Whole Cake Island. All-man trio.
I don't remember if I probably had Yamato above Rayleigh.
Yeah. Put the matchup, Eric. What do you think about this matchup?
I think it's a neutral matchup. I'm not mad at the matchup. There's no obvious weakness on either side.
The Yamato has the Haki.
Yeah.
She has the cock.
Oh yeah.
Alright? And she has the devil fruit abilities.
Thunderbug are very forward quick.
Very quick, Eric.
But as we know, Rayleigh messing with Kizaru.
That's true. We know Yamato can take punishment, so that's not even a question.
Right.
I'm gonna have to go Yamato here.
Fresh legs.
Stamina.
Rayleigh, old man, getting sweaty against Kizaru.
Has X Factor with the ice abilities. Has Haki. Observation questionable, but finding Kaido in a 1v1, which means she's got to have some sort of level of observation.
Right.
Alright? And we're not saying future sight here. We're saying at least decent observation.
And Rayleigh doesn't have a Logia to do some category bullshit.
Yeah. So.
And the bug was very quick.
We have to go with Yamato. Now, we've got a few questions here.
Okay.
Alright. Do you want to press the button?
What's Sam trying to say about Yamato?
Is Yamato scaring away Blackbeard though? Cloud. You know that was Cloud.
That's a Cloud play, son. Rayleigh misses the Cloud. some childhood cloud play, by the way.
Yeah, like the old man beat his ass when he was a child.
Right.
So there's some trauma there.
Sure.
First question coming in from Dart. Why isn't this To Your Eternity? Now, Eric, I don't want to read some slice of life nonsense.
What is that?
Slice of life nonsense.
We're not doing webtoons here, by the way.
I don't know if it's a webtoon.
I'm just putting it out there.
I don't know if apparently it's a manga, but also, can you describe how they draw that smoky style in manga? It's called texture stickers. It's a massive pain in my fucking ass.
Yes.
It is a labor-intensive technique that only assistants do, and they want to kill themselves. Alright? You gotta cut out stickers, and you gotta
Exacto
knife them, stick them on, gradients. It's a nightmare. But that's how you get that effect. It's a very nice effect. It is like one of the greatest effects in One Piece.
What, the crocodile?
The crocodile sand / the Blackbeard smoke.
Right.
Now, I don't know if he's talking about it with Choujin X, but the guy's not using that technique.
Sure.
That technique is like high level fucking professional shit.
Yeah, high level rendering,
Yeah. But the stickers is the highest level shit. And that is a lost art.
Right.
But it is fucking actual AIDS to do. So, I don't blame him. You know. There you go. From Young Obama. Will we get To Your Eternity get reviewed? Now, they're just piling up on this To Your Eternity.
What is it?
It's some slice of life
Do they want us to give us a 0?
If there's no Super Saiyan, what's the point?
That's a good point.
Alright. From Bindle. Why is Sen bad at power scaling? He's horrendous at power scaling.
He's very bad.
It's actually hilarious how bad he is at power scaling. But you would never admit it. He's kind of coping on it.
Shout out Drit saying there's no chance Mihawk is stronger than Shanks, and that's all.
We know this. Everyone knows this. Dritz is the only Mihawk fan, as he said multiple times.
Correct.
Alright. From Toma. How does not having a release schedule affect this manga? Now, of course, this does not have a release schedule. It's about monthly, right?
No, it's weekly.
Choujin X.
Yeah.
No, it's
bi-weekly. It's not regularly.
It's not out regularly.
I think it's been on hiatus a bit now.
Sheeta goes on a month break, comes back, does 3 chapters, disappears.
It used to be. Sam can update us on the schedule.
I guess it's kind of hype when it's like Choujin X 2 days, just out of nowhere. If you're a fan. If you're a fan.
Sen's got to wait for English translations. He's down in the mud. He doesn't know the schedule.
Yeah. But there you go. For Breakon, Kaido used Blast Breath for a large area, but it was not effective in a 1v1, which is when we get the club attacks. Why can't people see Galaxy Impact as Gulf's Blast Breath as it can't be compared to Divine's Departure? Because people don't understand how to power scale. And we know this. We understand this.
I think certain agendas get lit up.
Yeah. But we know this.
What's Sen saying about the schedule?
He's done monthly for a bit, but then weekly for 15 weeks in a row, then back to monthly. It's
all over the place.
It's all over the place. But there you go.
Are you getting more pages in that monthly, or is he just fucking around?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I assume so, but okay.
Send in the mud, because that schedule's nasty.
It's a nasty schedule. Right? For Brecon, since Haki can cancel Devil Fruits, not true, but
sorta, yeah.
Not really. Could someone with Shanks' level Haki cancel Blackbeard's ability to nullify Devil Fruits? Now,
is there a universe where the Conqueror's Haki's so powerful
that
it stuns and Devil Fruits just shut off? Maybe.
But it doesn't though. Haki doesn't turn off Devil Fruits.
Right, it only allows you to hit things.
It allows you to hit things and it's a defense.
Right.
It'll turn it off. It's not Sea Stone. Sea Stone turns it off. Well, not really. Sort of. Because Luffy's still rubber and water. As seen in the other part. Yeah. From Breezy Bird. Eric and Christian are attractive for girls that want traditional men. Seneto is attractive to those that want more femboy look. Thoughts? I mean, this is the most factual question we've got.
So it sends in the gym, I don't know.
This might be the most factual question we've got. This might be the most agreed question. Apart from Shanks is the God King.
Of course.
That's not a question.
Can't be vain in front of the God King.
No, but this might be the most accurate description of the situation that I've ever read.
He's got those round glasses going on.
He's got the Harry Potter glasses.
Right.
You know, he acts like he reads books.
He's got the soft beard.
He probably wears a scarf. You know.
And the cold.
He's probably leaned up.
The winds of Canada.
He's probably leaned up against a brick wall reading a book.
Reading Tokyo Ghoul. Thinking this girl's gonna come talk to me because I'm reading art.
Reading cinema.
Right.
Alright. Pure cinema.
Shout out to
book form.
Diana Wrench.
Alright. From Senator, catch up to Choujin X, please.
That's not a question.
I mean, it's kind of he's asking us to please do it.
Okay.
Harvesting Berry.
There's some bullshit going on with these chats, but I see 31.1, 31.2. I don't know what that's about.
There better not be redraws, because it's getting cooked if there is.
Okay.
It might be bonus chapters, side bullshit.
Sure.
But I don't want to see no redraws.
You get one shot.
I don't want to see no redraws. Right. From Harvesting Mary. This chapter feels like it was written by a schizophrenic man. I don't understand Harvesting Berry sometimes. Why is it schizophrenic? It's very straightforward.
It's very vanilla.
It's very direct.
Right.
I don't understand this comment. It's maybe
it's got a little hook at the front, sure.
Sure, but it's a very.
Maybe he's talking about the tone goes up and down. A lot.
Maybe the comedy didn't. Maybe the comedy confused him.
Sure.
Confused us. But it's a very standard, very easy thing to follow. I don't really understand this.
Okay.
I don't really understand this comment. Also, how are you getting played by San Antonio? Well, we did, he's been asking us for years, Eric. We finally said, you know what, let's get around to it. If JoJo came out a day early...
It was behind the scenes, we were supposed to do JoJo, but
it didn't come out till tomorrow. So we're a day late on JoJo.
JoJo next break, though.
Sure. So there you go, Choujin X. It's done, Eric.
What's that saying?
No redraws. They're literally regular chapters, but Ishida numbers it that sometimes and don't know why. It's weird. Okay, he's doing some art shit, Eric.
Right. Okay.
All right. Of course, Shida, known for being an artist, you can't really pin him down on what he's doing. All right. But there you go.
He's challenging the norm of manga numbers.
He's challenging every norm, Eric.
Right.
Shida's just the most avant-garde artist to ever draw manga.
That's right.
Alright? But there you go. That's the show. Tokyo Ghoul. No, not Tokyo Ghoul.
Might as well.
Choujin X.
Right, Choujin X.
Alright? Now,
Christian, you were supposed to talk about Tokyo Ghoul and at the end.
Oh, the Tokyo Ghoul.
Wait, do your theory first, and we'll talk about Tokyo Ghoul.
Is Tokyo's name Tokyo because it's a Tokyo Ghoul reference?
I mean, it's a bit much.
I mean,
Okay.
Are you not convinced by that theory? His name is Tokyo.
Fine.
It's a Tokyo Ghoul reference.
Okay.
Alright, please.
Thoughts on Tokyo Ghoul.
Thoughts on Tokyo Ghoul.
Season 1 or whatever the fuck.
Part 1. Before the time skip. Kaneki.
Go on.
I just can't get behind the wimp MCs. The wimpy MCs I can't get behind.
How many chapters deep?
150?
Sam, does Kaneki ever get a will that is...
Apparently he does. Apparently he gets respectable later on. But apparently he cops the ultimate L. He cops so many L's. It's not even funny. Like, he got a power up and still lost.
Spoilers, I guess.
No, you know what? No. I had enough.
Okay.
Right?
So you're just reading a guy that keeps on losing.
Yeah. It's really disappointing. And again, a lot of forced metaphors about society.
Okay.
You know, the egg of the black goat. There's some good reveals at the end.
Okay.
Some good
Why
reveals.
not start part 2, Christian?
Because it's really because of Carnegie.
He's a bum.
He's a bum MC. I'm sick of him.
Then defend your man.
I'm sick of this Carnegie bum MC shit. I get it. You take a couple hours here or there. You always get back up. But Carnegie's such a bum. He gets power up after power up and he still loses. You know, Kaneki.
Get it together.
Why do you have to be a bum MC?
Take a few jiu-jitsu classes.
Sure. But there you go, Eric. There's my thoughts.
Ishida. Will he get an anime?
Will he get an anime that doesn't fuck it?
We'll send non-stop to talk about the anime.
Unless it's garbage, like... Unless...
I can see a universe where like some like fucking Nappa does it or whatever.
So, see, Sen says he's taking 2 hours. Sen, he takes like 5 hours at the end. Like, it's ridiculous how many hours he takes.
I can see a situation where some crazy student picks this up for no reason and it gets like...
It's crazy?
It gets super popular and Sen's the king of the world.
Okay.
Because Sen would fall into some dumb luck shit like that.
Okay. Like some buggy shit.
Right. So straight up buggy shit.
Straight up buggy shit.
Right.
Okay. But...
Similar to like, what the fuck? Similar to a Demon Slayer situation, mega trash.
I've heard it's average. I heard it's trash.
Morsh said the worst manga he's ever read. By far. By far.
Okay.
That's Morsh. Morsh reads quite a lot of stuff.
Morge is a cinema sim. He's looking for cinema.
Anyway. I can see a universe where that happens, Sen wins.
Okay.
It becomes some crazy shit, some Sakuga shit. He non-stop retweets the Sakuga. That's the evolution.
I don't want to live in that world.
That's the evolution of Sen in 5 years.
Oh my god.
And then off the back of that success, they redo Tokyo Ghoul.
Redo Tokyo Ghoul.
After the apparently butchering...
Botched anime.
Right.
Okay.
But anyway, we wish you all the best.
Good luck to Sen out there. He's fighting for his series.
He's fighting for his life.
Eric has Choujin site. There you go. There it is. That's the end.
Shanks is the strongest.
Good night.